I think this is it. All right. You can move this closer if you want. Yeah, get as comfortable as possible. Yeah. And then once you're comfortable.
Man, I'm going to fall asleep on this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that close-up, huh?
Oh, I need to change that audio. Hold on. Keep talking. I got to edit your audio in a second.
What happened with my audio?
You got effects on.
You don't like my voice?
No, it's terrible.
I've been told I should do ASMR.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's actually not a bad idea. ASMR is...
No, funny. Some of my friends
ASMR
are
is
like...
a good community.
Yeah, no, they're like, you can make money off of that.
All you really need to do is just whisper. Yeah. And like... That's pretty easy.
I know.
It's pretty easy.
When I'm in my room...
Yeah, get comfortable.
I just whisper.
Get comfortable with it. So like...
Do you like my
you can
whisper?
also do like this.
Oh.
Yeah, like I want you to be as comfortable as possible.
Okay. I might as well lay down.
It's a video thing.
Yeah.
But the video is literally only because when people say things that are interesting.
Yeah.
And it's for audio.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I wish it was on video. That's what's. So
yeah,
then.
That's how all the new podcasts are like that now.
Yeah. So just because you might look silly in the video does not mean the audio needs to sound bad.
Mm-hmm.
So like, as long as you're comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
then make sure that the audio is as close to as possible.
Yeah.
That way, because I want you to be as comfortable
Mhm.
as you can, so you can say,
Yeah.
what's on your mind. Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir.
I think I'm ready. It feels like this is time.
Born ready.
Okay, take a nice deep breath. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to, I think, Season 4, Episode 2. I'm not even 100% sure that's correct.
Oh, this is the fourth
I,
season.
I haven't even put... Well, I've done Seasons 1 through 3, but Season 1 had, 20 episodes. Season 2 had, 3 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And then Season 3 only had, 1 episode. 'Cause I just tried to... when the seasons are supposed to, represent, different times of my life, So now I'm in Season 4 because this feels like a good time to, for a podcast. So there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And I have the space for it. So thank you for joining me for Season 4, Episode 2. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. But
you're good.
So for those of you who don't know, I want you guys to meet my good friend. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience. Tell them what it is that you do and what it is that you love doing.
The name's Johnny. I'm 23
What's up, Johnny? How's it going?
What's up, my man?
What's
Taylor?
up?
Yeah. So I do modeling right now.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers to that. I also do a lot of just random stuff. Just content.
What do you mean by random stuff?
I like creating content. Okay. I've gone through many different jobs. I've mainly worked a lot in gyms. I'm a big athlete. Big fan of keeping a healthy lifestyle.
Does your Instagram represent the fact that you like that lifestyle?
You can say so.
Okay.
I would say before I got into modeling, it was all a lot of gym stuff.
Okay. Athletic stuff.
Gotta show my assets.
Right. Of course. I mean, were you an athlete before you consider yourself a model?
Yeah. Growing up, I would say so. Yeah, I've was a runner in high school.
Oh, cool.
Swimmer.
Like track or?
Yeah, I started with cross country.
Whoa.
And then,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a lot of running.
Yeah, those
So you ran from Virginia to California? You ran from the whole country?
Yeah. How'd you know?
That's crazy, dude. When did you start cross country?
Freshman year of high school. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember it was middle school, and then we had tryouts in the summer. So just ran with the high school squad, and they were like, "Oh, you're good. You're in."
Did you ever do the hurdles?
No. Oh no,
Okay.
those are not for me. No.
Okay. I tried it once.
Oh.
I kind of like it, but it's
Really?
it's kind of scary.
Yeah.
You have to be very prepared. You
Yeah,
can't just,
and it's like you're literally jumping over the hurdles. like you could fall and hurt yourself.
yeah.
I'm not about that danger.
So when it comes to being an athlete, did it start with track and field, or did it
No.
start with cross country? Did it
No.
start with?
I would say even when I was younger, like super young,
Okay.
I always I played basketball. I would say
Okay.
basketball and swimming kind of where it
Interesting.
started.
Basketball and swimming. Those are kind of
I know.
different sports.
Yeah.
add to a.
Yeah.
What's it about swimming that you like?
It's funny because I think it was like my dad kind of. Well, I got started with it right around when I started playing basketball, like 6 or 7. So it kind of just. My mom kind of just took me to swimming lessons, and I guess as a kid she thought swimming was important, and then my dad wanted to get me into swimming. And he played a big part in teaching me how to swim and everything. I remember he lives in China, right? So when we go back in the summer, we literally go on 2-hour like nonstop swims.
What?
Yeah.
Like a ocean? Or like in the pool?
In the pool.
So you just swim back and forth?
Yeah, not in the ocean.
Okay.
No.
I was gonna.
Yeah.
So you see, like it's like it's like more of a workout than.
Yeah,
okay.
that David Goggins workout.
Wow. So what is it about that modeling that caused you to give it a try?
I would say growing up, everyone always said like I got the looks and stuff, and they're like, have you ever thought about modeling? And ever since I would say I moved to like the DC area in like 2018, I started looking into like the modeling industry, but I hit up agencies and stuff, but it didn't really work out. They're all telling me, you got to build up your book and stuff. And I guess it all came to kind of fruition. I guess that's what they call it. I think during this last past DC Fashion Week, the auditions, and that's when I got selected, and I was like, hey, look at that, I'm gonna give it a shot. And what happened was I didn't even end up doing the show because I went to New York to do New York Fashion Week.
Gotcha.
And then from there it just took off, and got my name in, and yeah, it's been going good.
That's good. What do you like about modeling so far?
To be honest, I think it's like meeting all these people and just getting to know all the people, and it's just fun. It's something out of that ordinary, boring life, I would say.
Okay.
And it's kind of like the idea of getting all glammed up and looking good and just taking pictures and being on the runway. It gives me that euphoric feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what appeals to me a lot. Yeah.
And do they prefer runway or print or?
I would say a majority of my work has been runway.
Okay.
But I would like to do more print campaigns and more stuff like that. I've been in some magazines, but I'm definitely looking more into shooting more pictures. I would say for someone who everyone be like, oh, you're so photogenic, I actually don't have a lot of like photos that I take of myself. Like even before modeling, I don't really take pictures of myself like that. But after I got into making TikToks and stuff, I definitely started more about taking videos of myself and pictures.
Okay.
Yeah. So
what was your first runway that you did?
It's funny, my first runway was actually New York.
New York?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what was crazy. So I did 4 shows in New York. So the first one was it was called Couture fashion show. I modeled for this it was like a South Asian designer. Asian designer.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Did you find them or did they find you?
I found them. I went to auditions with a friend of mine that I met at DC Fashion Week. So that's how I went from there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, what firm is this?
Nevaeh, you might know her.
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
Shout out to her.
You know Nevaeh?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I'm so sorry for you. I'm just joking.
Oh, you're funny.
Yeah, she's like my little sister.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's like one of the first few friends that I actually met.
Right.
Yeah, like she came up to me at auditions, and that's how we hit it off.
She's amazing. I met her at the Gatsby show.
Oh yeah.
When I was filming the show.
That was a while
videographer.
back.
This is almost 2.
I don't think they're holding that.
Maybe
anymore.
3. 2. Yeah. It's definitely roughly 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know where to go. And so I just talked to the first person I saw.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, do you know where I'm supposed to go? And she was like, no, I have no idea. And I was like, okay, cool. So then I just kept going.
Yeah.
But she made me feel more comfortable because she was like, no.
Oh, yeah.
But she obviously wasn't being stuck up or anything.
Right.
It's a different world in the modeling world.
Yeah.
Everyone's like focused on trying to make sure they know what's going on.
Yeah.
Focused on like, oh my God, what should I be doing? Just have some fun.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like outside people have a different perception of the industry, and they probably think, you know, all models are like, you know, stuck up people, or like we're all normal people, you know.
Pretty much. Speak for yourself.
Yeah, if you see us at the shows, we're actually all pretty nervous and like all.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of filming the behind the scenes stuff. Is like, it's less nerve wracking when you just say like, "Yo, I'm nervous,"
right?
And then all of a sudden you're like, "Wait a minute, no, I'm not."
Yeah.
Like when you say you're nervous, all of a sudden you're like not that nervous anymore.
Yeah, it's all that mindset.
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, I'm not nervous. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool that I'm nervous. I'm excited to be nervous because that means I'm doing something that I'm nervous about, which means I'm you know, being outside of my comfort zone,
right? Type
of thing. So my main idea a long time ago was I wanted to film people going through like the audition, then the rehearsal, then the actual show, and filming them being like, oh, I'm nervous or I'm not nervous, etc.
Yeah.
And then it turned out to being like, yo, that's kind of what I do now. Like I film fashion shows from start to finish.
Yeah.
Like from setting up the auditions to all the way towards like, you know, the post show.
Yeah.
I'm impressed you got it. Not many people can do that.
Oh yeah. I'm good with my hands.
Okay. What is it that you do like outside of the world of modeling?
Yeah, like I said, I've been like sifting through jobs and stuff. I think with me, it's like it's really hard for me to get stuck on one job for a while, and I haven't really found that niche that I really like.
That's good to be to switch it up a little bit, you know.
Yeah, you know, like that spice, you know. Variety in life.
You said you were working in the kitchen industry or the food industry.
I was a while back. Yeah, before COVID, I was a restaurant host at a Chinese restaurant.
Wow.
So
okay.
Good meals.
Did you like the industry?
No. That's why, you know.
But that's what you're not supposed to like it, right?
Yeah, it's all about the money for that part.
Yeah, so just like the hustle, right?
Yeah.
In the same way, you're not supposed to like the modeling industry. You're supposed to like be hustling, trying to make money, trying to do what you're good at, you know? Yeah. I think it's funny when people go to auditions and don't get picked and they get mad. It's like, yo, dude, that's what the audition is for.
Yeah.
You shouldn't want to do a show that you don't get picked for.
Right.
If you don't get picked, that means you should go audition for another one.
Right.
But then it's also it cracks me up when people do like, you know, the audition for like 3 or 4, and then they get 3 or 4, and they can't do 3 or 4. They can only do like at least 2. Like, and I'm like, yo, that's why you try to audition for the ones you want to do.
Yeah, it's like they either they want it all, but sometimes it's like just in life you can't have it all.
I would love to do 4 shows as well, but there's only 2 days in the weekend.
You can't be too greedy. You know?
Yeah, you can only do Saturday, Sunday probably, unless you got a lot of transportation.
Right.
But like it cracks me up when people are like, oh man, I'm not sure which one of these I should do. Do the ones that you want. Do you ones that like. The ones that bring you joy.
Yeah.
You know, if none of them bring you joy, then don't do them.
Yeah.
I like DC Fashion Week because I'm pretty much from DC.
Right.
Do I do it because it's well organized and they know what they're doing? No.
Yeah.
Is it well organized? Probably to some people.
Yeah.
But like I had a great time because they're not trying to like be the biggest thing in the whole world. I think in my opinion they're just trying to be the best show in DC. It's called DC Fashion Week, you know?
Right.
Like New York Fashion Week has their thing. You know, like when you think of fashion, you think of New York Fashion Week because they've been doing it for a long time.
Right, exactly.
I think DC Fashion Week is I don't know how long they've been doing it, but not as long as New York.
Yeah.
So they're when you are new, you just should work on being, you know, learning as much as you can. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
And Ian is amazing, but also he's like growing on the ladder of like what should I be doing.
Oh yeah,
like DC Fashion Week is
like featured in a lot of the big
I mean
outlets.
He when it comes to DC, like he has DC Fashion Week on lock. He's like, most people know what to do in DC for fashion, like DC Fashion Week. That's why there's so many other things. Indie Fashion Week is a lot of fun. You're in Indie Fashion Week, right?
Yes. Sir.
Next July 16th.
16th. I think in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay.
2 weeks.
Damn, that's gonna come like in a flash.
Yeah, man.
I'm glad it wasn't June 16th because we would have been effed. I would have not been able to done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a video from the audition that I still have to make. What I don't even. Is there a rehearsal?
Yeah, it's the 9th. Next Saturday.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I hope I'm in town. I'm glad that you at least someone pays attention.
Yeah.
So what is it that made you want to do Indie Fashion Week?
I think you know, I saw that. I saw it was a pretty big production, and you know, I wanted to get involved in it, and you know, they reached out to me too through Instagram, you know. So I was like, you know, this is something that I would be interested in, and,
Okay.
and you know, I want to see what different things they would have going on versus the other stuff that I've done, and you know, and just try it out. Yeah, and I didn't have any commitments at the time, so I was like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you did a fashion show last week.
Yes, last weekend in Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. What was the audition for that like?
It's funny that one, it wasn't as a major scale. It was sponsored by the Platform magazine.
Platform.
Yeah,
okay.
it was featuring Ferret Campos. He's a NYC designer.
Cool.
Mainly makes women's clothing.
Ah.
But you know, I just saw like their advertisement on Instagram about their upcoming show. I just reached out to them, and you know, there wasn't really any auditioning. They told me send in my measurements and stuff.
Okay.
And from there, you know, it was just like that. They were like, yeah, we're considering you, and went from there and just got into the show like that. Yeah, so that's the thing with a lot of like my things, like what you're saying about hustling, you know, like with the modeling stuff, it's all about networking. And what I do is when I see something that I want, I would just, you know, literally just reach out, and you know, it doesn't hurt, right? You have nothing to lose, and
Absolutely.
I reach out to whoever organized the event and just send them a friendly DM, be professional, and usually it works out from there, you know. So I would say that's a big advice or tip I would give to aspiring models and you know, professionals.
Okay. Do you share content on your feed that shows your past experience?
Not exactly. It's more of just showing my work and,
Okay.
and the stuff I've done.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think you're picked by your measurements, or do you think you're picked by your looks, or?
It's hard to tell. I would say for me, probably more of my looks and my uniqueness especially as an Asian American model in this area too.
Interesting.
I would say pretty much all the shows I'm pretty much literally the only guy that's Asian.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's crazy. I would say I might have that kind of factor in it, but also just the build. I would say I have a pretty like standard that model is.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of
would. Yeah.
build that people would just look for, you know.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
I find it interesting that you don't necessarily use it to your advantage. You just like it just happens to be an advantage. You're not like using it because it's not like you're doing it like a stereotypical designer.
Right.
You're just doing it because they happen to like your build.
Yeah.
Which happens to be a normal reason for picking somebody.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is an amazing reason to work with somebody. You know, if someone came to you and said, "I want to work with you because you're Asian," that's like, yo, what? That's like chill.
We need that diversity.
Yeah, like I get it, dude. But don't come out with me in my face like that.
Right.
You're like assaulting me about my background. But when someone says, "Wow, you look amazing," I would love to work with you, and then happens to dress you in like some sort of like historical culture type thing, then you're like, oh well, like you didn't say that you needed me for that. You just liked the way I looked, which is way more respectable.
exactly. Yeah.
So what is it about your background that you think makes people want to work with you?
Yeah. I would say first of all, I would say that just being like fit and having done sports, it kind of gave me that
athletic
build, physique, but also like that discipline and work ethic that definitely comes into play, and just general being a very like social person, and like I said, being willing to talk to anyone, and like a lot of the times people may think like you gotta have like good looks and you're good, like you're golden, but personality is a big part.
It's a big
part, and especially being being a bubbly person, being sociable, you know, being able to just relate and talk to people. I think that makes me also a very, you know, appealing to a lot of designers. And
would you call yourself an introvert or extrovert?
Man, I would say I'm what they call an ambivert.
Interesting.
It's a combo.
Okay,
like
so
there are times where
depending on which situation you need to be.
Yeah.
So like if you're out at a party and everyone is obviously introverted because no one's talking, are you going to be the introvert, or you're going to be
I would say I might be that extrovert.
Are you going to be the one extrovert? To make sure that everyone has a good time. But hypothetically, if you go to a thing and everyone's an extrovert, you might be the one introvert.
Yes.
Just to be like the contrary thing.
Yeah. It might have to do with my sign too. I'm a Libra. I like that balance, you know.
Okay. What is that? What is the significance to the sign that helps with your socializing?
I would say it's like you're always trying to find that harmony and that balance. So a lot of it, what they say is like peace. You like that peace, fostering that peace. So I would say that for me too. I like maintaining that peace. So whenever I'm like in a group or something, I always try to be that balance and trying to like, just have fun and go with stuff. And I don't like it when, people start drama or start arguing. Yeah, I'm not into that.
Drama can be fun when it's like, when it's like rumors.
Yeah.
Like, but when rumors are corrected, then you kind of like should share the truth at least. Like, because rumors will keep the world spinning. Like that's what keeps the news going.
Yep.
That's what keeps Instagram on its feet. Like, if someone says it, that's the truth. Especially on the internet.
Yeah.
If you read it on the internet, it must be true.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, drama can get annoying when it's like, you're bothering me when I'm trying to just like live a peaceful life.
Right. Yeah.
Like if you're not a prankster and someone thinks you're pranking them, it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
But if you are a prankster and people can't tell you're pranking them, then that's fine, right? Like if I was pranking you right now, you wouldn't know, because this feels like I'm not pranking you, right?
Right.
But like in my head, if I was pranking you, that's not a bad thing.
Right.
Like it can't be. If my prank helps your life.
Yeah.
And it's like a positive thing.
Yeah.
You can throw it away.
No, that's fine. I like
All right, bet. Yeah, like if a prank ruins your life, then you're not a good prankster, because you're like trying to cause problems.
Yeah. I think also it depends on the extent and level to what kind of prank it is too. If it's just like comedy like stuff, like normal things, I think that's acceptable.
Yeah.
But when there's always that threshold where you cross.
Yeah.
If it becomes like racist, or it becomes
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shoot.
That's okay. Just one of them. This one's probably gonna be in a few seconds. I might as well just, there we go.
What'd that mean?
Every 30 minutes it stops automatically, because they're old DSLRs. But that's the reason I got this one, is because this one, I should have flipped them, but whatever. This one records until either one, the camera dies or the SD is full. These only do 30 minutes. Really bothersome, but it's the
technology, right?
Yeah,
that's why it's always evolving.
These are my old ones.
Oh, okay.
So you can't see all of them, but it started the Power Shot and then went to Canon, and then after the Canon, then I upgraded the DSLR. But long story short, I have a lot of cameras because I've been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah, need your gadgets.
Yeah, way too many gadgets, as you can kind of see. So when it comes to modeling, when it comes to being athletic, do you think that there's anything that you aren't doing that you should be doing?
I would say I can't think of any off the top of my head. I would say staying motivated is a big thing, definitely.
Absolutely.
There'd be even sometimes where it's like, you have to wake up early for something to prepare. Sometimes it'd be like a pain trying to get out of bed. You don't even want to do it sometimes.
Right.
But, sometimes it's also, especially like I was saying, because that I've come from that athletic background, it gives you that discipline, putting in that work and knowing that, you got to put in work to get something out of it. So it's like that discipline really teaches you to put in an effort and be successful, and that drive, that ambition. And that's why I feel like it does help a lot too.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, being an athlete is definitely a very good precursor towards getting in the modeling industry, because in the modeling industry there's a lot of hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
Like, get ready, I'll need you soon. Like, stand here and I'll need you.
Yeah.
And then like 3 hours later you're like, hello, what, can I move?
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite? I mean, obviously we're not picking literal favorites, but like out of the runway experiences that you've had so far, out of the shows you've done so far, even though it's just a relatively new career, what are the pros and cons, or your favorite things and your least favorite things about about doing runway?
Yeah, I would say the pros are definitely, like I said, like meeting all the people and just also, especially like designers and things, and just being able to see their work and be open, like that these are eye-opening experiences, I would say, and then just being able to meet everyone, and also I think it's also a experience for yourself as well. For me, just being able to be on a runway and just walk and be presented to all these people, it's a way of kind of like building your own character, building your own self up, and each runway kind of adds on to itself. So it's like you're kind of working on yourself at the same time, your own self-confidence, how you present yourself, your self-image.
Absolutely. Do you feel like you've gotten more confident since you started?
Oh yeah, I would say so. Yeah, definitely. I remember like my first audition for DC Fashion Week compared to now. Yeah, like now I literally, if you look, sometimes I would just go to the grocery store something and I just record like a runway presentation.
I saw that. That was cool. I mean, that's a really, really good way to like to show people like, yo, when I'm not even should be practicing.
No, for real.
I'm just walking around like I'm a normal person doing things that you consider to be crazy.
Yeah, and
like oh my god, you're doing a runway in a grocery store. Yeah. What if someone saw you?
Yeah, I think that's a big part.
But Johnny,
too.
What if someone saw you? What would you do?
You know, I'd give them a show.
Wouldn't you be embarrassed?
There's always gonna be that.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
To practice runway in a grocery store? Wasn't it embarrassing?
Totally, man.
No, yeah.
No, yeah, but that's what people would all perceive, you know, if they
that's what people think about when that's why it's so cool to show them like, it's not embarrassing, look at me.
Yeah, and like, that's a big thing about especially getting into this industry. You got to know that people are going to judge you, people are going to watch you. You just got to do what you got to do, you know? You can't really care about what other people think.
Right. How often do you practice?
I would say not enough, man. You never get enough practice.
Right.
Sometimes it just be like you just be feeling it, so you just want to create something.
Good
you know?
point. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Sometimes you're just in the spirit of just like being creative, and you just gotta do it in that moment. And then those are the moments where when you capture it, it's like it just feels genuine and true to yourself. You're not like trying to put on like a show or like
you just happen to be.
Yeah, like that video. I wasn't even expecting it to perform well, and it's one of my like it just performed really well. It got more than 2,000 views already. That's crazy. It's like one of my top reels. You know, I wasn't expecting it. You know, it's just a normal grocery.
Yeah, it feels great, right?
Yeah,
it feels great when something that you do out of genuine just. Natural ability.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to do something real quick.
And sometimes it's just like, I just want to see how I look, you know, because not always you can kind of really see that when you're on actual runway, like, you know, for your own reference.
Right. Yeah. I think it was really interesting to see someone being creative, even when like they weren't like you weren't trying to show your best video.
Exactly.
You weren't like, oh my god, this is gonna be a cool ass reel ever. You know?
Exactly.
You're just showing something, and that's important because a lot of people ask me, yo, how do I start doing this stuff? I'm like, yo, just start. Just do stuff.
Yeah.
Just do stuff that you don't even think people are gonna like. Yeah. Just put your phone in a shopping cart and be random. You know, just do something.
Yeah. And I think people.
And people, you always go, oh my god, that's a great idea. I'm like, dude, because that's all I do every day. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can barely afford food, but I can afford to have fun, like by being silly.
Yeah. Just like they say, you just gotta jump in the water, you know.
Yeah.
Start, and then from there,
it's okay.
Right? There'll be someone there to save you.
Probably.
Hey.
Yeah.
Your drink crush. You know.
I'll drink to that, bro. Cheers to that. Yeah. So you said the pros and cons of runway in general. You say there's always pros and cons to everything. To everything. But I'm looking for like, in your personal experience, what would you say maybe one of each, one pro and one con, nothing too crazy, but like what would you say like your favorite one recently, a pro and a con of what it takes to to have fun and also do a good job?
Yeah.
It's okay. You can take a breath. we don't have to be like on it at the immediate seconds. You know? Yeah. That didn't make any sense, but. I'm just, that question is good. It can linger. We can, take a sip. If it helps, I can give you my pros and cons of my favorite.
You go first.
So, I think the pro of being able to have a good time when you don't have to is that more people will want to work with you afterwards. Like showing that you have having a good time when you should be nervous. It's like, oh, next time I need to do this. Oh, I thought I saw. Next time this is important. I'm gonna call this guy because he's portraying what I want. Yeah. And then the negative part, the cons is that like it does take a lot of out of your like mental health to like have to be uncomfortable and also comfortable while you're uncomfortable, because sometimes it's uncomfortable to do things that take a team, or like if like it's annoying to go somewhere and wait around for everyone to be ready, or to wait in line for things that are easy, but in order to do it in a timely manner, it takes a lot of people and a whole team. So the cons are like you can't see it. You can't see how everything goes until it's all done. And while you're doing it in the moment, it feels like it's taking forever. So I would rather be doing something else. But the pros are like all the things later on that you're like, oh wow, actually I had a good time. But it takes that like 20/20 hindsight of being like, damn, like this is gonna be fun later, talking about it. So doing it right now is gonna be hard. Nothing comes easy. Nothing that's worth doing comes easy.
Yeah.
But in your opinion, what are your pros and cons? You've already given your pros of socializing.
Yeah.
So let's go with your pros are socializing. What do you say your cons would be?
I would say con is sometimes like the time management and the time commitment.
That's a very good point. It's a very good point. It's very difficult, but it's a very good point.
Like, balancing, like, just like what we talked about earlier, what shows to do, or because a lot of times, like,
because you don't know which one's going to be the best ones, or
exactly,
you don't know which ones are going to go correctly.
Yeah,
like fashion shows aren't supposed to. I should say they're supposed to go correctly, and they never do.
Yeah.
The best ones are like delayed, or something happens, or the DJ falls and breaks his fingers and can't DJ.
Yeah.
There's something unique almost every time. It's like, oh my gosh, we're 30 minutes late. We have to do something to save some some time. But yeah, that's a good point. Then one of the cons would be like how much time it takes and the discipline it takes to put on a good show.
Definitely.
Hell yeah, cool. So have you done anything outside the DMV when it comes to modeling?
Just New York so far.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned okay. So what do you think the difference is between New York Fashion Week and DC Fashion Week?
I would say New York definitely feels more upscale, and not upscale, but like more like a bigger production. Of course. That's what I meant. Like
bigger production.
It's not as focused.
More experienced.
Yeah, but it's also not as. You don't feel as it's much about you than it's much about the organization.
Okay, so it feels like there's something bigger than you. That's
because like when it's here in the DMV, it feels more like it's a smaller community, so at least you feel more kind of like seen and looked after. But once you're in NYC, you'll see like such a big production that sometimes you feel like you're just a little part and like no one really cares about you. And you're just there to you're
just part of it,
just another helper for the designer to showcase. But I mean, it does give you that experience, and I feel like for someone who knows how to network, you definitely can find a way to be able to build lasting relationships. And like I said, networking is everything. And once you know the right people, you can definitely get yourself out there and be more seen and noticed.
Okay. So as someone who has, you said ambivert? A-M-B?
Yeah, A-M-B-I.
Ambivert. Okay, so like, so as someone who identifies as ambivert, what would you say to someone who is, let's say that someone's an introvert and can never change, ever. What would you say to them? What would you say to them if they were, maybe they're at an audition, right? And they're an introvert, so they don't know how to make friends.
Yeah.
So maybe not what you would do, but what you would expect from an introvert to make friends. Because you say you are both. So let's pretend you have to be introverted at an audition, what would you do?
To be honest, I feel like a lot of times at auditions, like especially my first audition, I was an introvert.
Okay.
Because I didn't know anyone.
Right.
I literally just walked in, and I would say for introverts, just be yourself. You don't gotta fake being an extrovert. And I feel like if there's something about you, that your energy, you'll just attract people. Like people are I think most people people might come up to you and talk to you, or if anyone like tries to talk to you, I feel like you should just welcome and introduce yourself. But like that's what happened. Like I didn't try to talk to anyone, and people just started say they commented on something or like some way that I looked, and I say thank you, and then maybe from there I ask what's your name.
Okay.
I think that's a big part of you don't gotta make it so fancy. You could just be like, hey, my name is this or this.
So be real genuine, real simple.
Yeah, be simple. You don't gotta be too.
I like to call it. There's an acronym called KISS.
KISS.
Keep it simple, stupid.
That's a good one.
It's more for the production world.
Yeah.
Like when people they're always trying to make their video like fucking crazy,
right?
Dope, and oh my god, it's going viral. Dude, just keep it simple, stupid. You know, like you're saying, like when you walk into a room, the people that are like immediately nervous, like it might be because you're excited. You're not nervous. You just, if you don't get excited often, you might not recognize that feeling of being excited, and you might say, oh my god, I'm nervous. No, you're actually excited, but you haven't been in this room before with these people, so you're excited to be in a new place, which can be considered nervous. So it's okay to call it nerve or nervous, as long as you are excited.
Nothing wrong with it.
As long as you're excited to be nervous. You just gotta realize like, oh, I'm supposed to be nervous now. So I'm gonna go and be nervous and enjoy being nervous. But it's really hard to enjoy being nervous.
Yeah, and I would say another 2 tips I just thought of is one, definitely put yourself like, say like in the front or somewhere where you can be seen better, especially if you're an introvert.
Right.
I think that's a good tip, because from there, like that opens up avenues for others to see you instead of you trying to go out there, because by you being in a place where you can be seen, people will see you, and it's more likely you can start conversations from there.
So as an extrovert, it's easy, but as an introvert, what would you say? How should it be seen? I think maybe handshakes are, because I'm not introverted, unfortunately. I can be like you're an ambivert. I don't really consider myself an ambivert. I say I'm an extrovert that can be an introvert. I have to force myself to be an introvert, but I can. If I was like at a birthday party where I didn't know anybody, I would just like, I'm really weird, so I'm gonna just be an introvert and just chill. And handshakes are a good way to show people, hey, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just trying to chill. Like if I just say, hey man, Taylor.
Johnny.
Nice to meet you. And then we didn't say much the entire time. But the next time we did say something, it's like, oh, Taylor, he introduced himself. What's up, Taylor? Hey man, like want to do a shot at a birthday party, maybe, want to do a shot? Yeah, Taylor, what's up? So like starting genuine and starting normally, being like, hey, what's up, Taylor? Johnny, nice to meet you. And then waiting till it's also normal to say something normal. Like if you're at an audition, you introduce yourself, hey Taylor, Johnny, da-da-da. And then like maybe later on when we're just hanging out, we're just waiting in line, because that waiting in line to walk is weird, right? So that's when you say like, hey man, like how's your day been? Or sometimes it's fun to be like, hey man, are you nervous? Because
everyone is.
It's normal to say, no, I'm not nervous, I'm excited. If that's normal for extroverts, I think introverts would say, oh my god, I'm freaking out. And then you as the ambivert, they're introvert in this hypothetical. As the introvert get the chance to say like, oh yeah, me too, I'm nervous too. So then you relate to somebody about being nervous, and then you can then say like, oh my god, but I'm super excited, right? I'm super excited to be here, because like it gives you an opportunity to be like, oh, I'm nervous, but we're all nervous,
right?
And then you could be like, oh, now I'm excited knowing that we're all nervous about the same thing. So that's I think more people should realize like, it's okay to be nervous, it's okay to be excited, it's okay to be scared, it's okay to be crazy. Like sometimes that's what the designer might be looking for, someone who's nervous. Like, oh, you're nervous? Oh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's your first time and you're nervous. If it's if you're a veteran and you're excited to be there, they might be looking for that. But obviously I don't need to tell a veteran those kind of things. Like, oh, shoot. It's okay.
Trying to sit up a little.
Have you met Chris Deloche yet?
Yes.
He's one of my favorite. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's gonna do my podcast hopefully soon.
Okay.
But you are really good at being spontaneous.
I
would say. I've seen a lot of your spontaneous content, and I'm impressed by the ability to be spontaneous is sometimes is difficult.
That's just part of my personality, I would say. I'm a big spontaneous person.
Hell yeah.
And I just like having fun,
Nice. Do you want some Doritos?
Yeah, why not?
I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah.
This is where I'll do like a little segment thing. Put the like tap the front of it. Yeah. But
oh,
no worries. So Lauren and I got wings.
Oh,
we did our podcast and we ate some wings and we have like a little like, it's gonna be a little segment called like, I don't know. I haven't done it yet, but the wing part was gonna be a little segment. Recording. Okay, well, yeah.
They call these mukbangs when you're
kind of.
Yeah.
You know what mukbangs are, right? You're supposed to get like a ton of food.
Really?
Yeah, like that's what a mukbang is. I don't know what it means. Like I don't know what mukbang actually means, but the video is like Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes, and you just like Trisha Paytas. You know Trisha Paytas? Okay. They're gonna hate this chewing chips on the microphone, but it's gonna be a hilarious segment. It's like ASMR, dude. It's actually a good ass point. It's like it's the ASMR segment.
Yeah, you should include like the noises in the.
Dude, this is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. You know on the one?
No, I'm good.
All right. You sure?
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
Oh no.
Oh, you're saying
I got
you're saying it's not done yet. I thought you
yeah.
meant you didn't want another one.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm almost done with mine. Are you a drinker? Are you nothing?
I would say I'm a.
Like, would you call yourself like a sober person?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, so you don't like drinking.
Yeah, I get high though.
Sometimes.
On life.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like Imani. That's what Imani said.
Yeah.
Imani's like, yeah, I get high on life.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Okay,
yeah.
hell yeah. Are you high on life right now?
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Definitely.
True.
Always.
So what would it cause you to have a bad day?
What will cause me?
Yeah, like...
If like there's nothing fun happening that day, or say,
That's too easy. That's an easy answer.
or say,
If I'm not having fun.
or someone cancel their plans on me.
Yeah, true. That's pretty annoying. Especially like already there. Like especially if you're already there. Like if someone says like, "Oh, I'll meet you at the Lincoln Memorial," and you're there and says, "Oh, never mind, I gotta." You're like, "Dude, I'm already here."
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like
no, it was crazy. One time, I think I arranged a date or something, and at a sushi restaurant of all places. Think about it. Who's gonna miss sushi? Come on now, they missed out.
The main reason you schedule dates for food is so that they don't cancel.
Right. Like who's gonna miss out on the food?
Free food,
especially if I'm gonna pay for you.
Yeah,
too,
free
right?
food. Like
Come
literally, no one in the world would miss that.
Like what? Yeah. So I end up eating out alone.
Damn, man.
Yeah, that sucks.
She canceled while you were already there?
Yeah.
No.
No, and basically got ghosted when I was there.
What in the world, man? Was it good food though?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
That was good food.
That's good.
Yeah.
So on this topic, we're gonna just for a second. I don't know what your relationship status is, but when it comes to, are you into females or males?
Females.
Females. Okay. So when it comes to females, do you look for someone who is like you or someone who's opposite like you? I know contrary to you.
I would say like a good balance.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm a balanced
A little
person.
bit of both.
Like a little bit of both, but
Okay.
I would say at least most of my relationships, it seems like a lot of them have like opposite qualities. Like I would say like I was saying, I'm more leaning towards extroverts, so they were more like introverted. You know?
Okay.
And
So on your ambivert scale, you are more heavily on the extrovert than the introvert, but it goes back
at
and
least
forth.
when I'm in a relationship, like compared to
okay.
the other person, I would say I'm definitely the more outgoing type.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's helpful sometimes to like to read their energy and then be like, oh, I'm gonna be kind of the opposite. That way you're not both screaming at the so and so.
Right.
Like someone cuts you off, you're not both like.
Yeah.
So you said you're from LA.
Yes, I grew up in LA.
What brought you to the east side?
So I got into university here.
Oh.
Went to American University.
Oh my God!
In
What?
DC. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but what's not awesome is I dropped out a year later.
Okay. Okay. Why? Do you remember?
No, you're good.
I'm gonna make this little.
Yeah. So it just didn't work out. I wasn't even doing well in school, to be honest, and it was like my first time out of the family and just by myself, you know. So
Okay.
of course, you know, I
New
started
things.
exploring. I went to frat parties, clubbing.
Okay.
Didn't really focus on academics, so that was a part of it. And then my dad got sick, so our family kind of financially went down. So you know, I decided, you know, best to stop education, maybe pursue it in the future. But from there, I just started like working for money, and that was my first time like started working and earning money for myself, and just, you know, kind of like being an adult from there. You
Wow.
know, adulting, you know. From
Wow.
there.
Yeah. It's an early rising,
Yeah.
early uprising.
Yeah.
When you in college and life gets difficult.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I would say like nowadays the kids, it seems like most of the ones in college, like they still have like a lot of family like support. I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I would say I kind of just got tossed into the wolves. You know.
Right. Yeah. The trial
Learn
of fire.
from my own way up.
Yeah. Do you think that was helpful? Some people think that a trial of fire is like the best way to learn.
It definitely is. You really like go through a lot of like.
Because like you probably don't get offended by rejection.
Yeah. No, not really. No.
Because rejection is just another way of saying like we can't handle you yet. Like you're
too good for them.
Yeah. Exactly. You know what I mean? if as long as you tell yourself like, oh, they're not rejecting me.
Yeah, it's that mindset, you know.
It seems like you come from a mindset of like, oh, I'm just gonna do whatever I can to get what I want.
Yeah.
And sometimes sometimes you need to experience some sort of a rejection.
Definitely.
In order to actually work harder.
Yeah.
Like when someone tells you no, that's when you go fucking 10 times harder.
Just means not at this time, right?
You
know?
Yeah. And then when they call you back, you say, not this time.
Right?
Not right
Yeah,
now.
not this time.
In the next cycle.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. So do you think the DMV fashion is different than LA fashion?
I definitely think so. I would say so. Yeah. Haven't been back to LA in a bit, but it seems like LA is a little bit more of a trendy type up.
Okay.
More of a luxurious feel to it, I would say.
Okay, so not only trendy, but also.
Yeah, especially with what they got there with like Beverly Hills and all that place, Rodeo Drive, you know, down there.
Right.
Hollywood, you know, when people think of LA, they all think of that. But not this on the DMV, of course. But just from what I see, like and people wearing, it definitely feels different.
Do you think that
it seems like over there it's a lot more labels and stuff that you see? You know?
So less of passion and more like necessity. Because like Rodeo Drive is like well known for being like high fashion.
Yeah. So
like the LA fashion is supposed to be high fashion because you know
definitely.
because that's where they But the DMV isn't well known for fashion yet.
The DMV has more of that local flair to it.
It has like a political side.
And something that you don't see.
When you think DMV, you don't really think fashion yet.
Yeah, I would.
You just think of like
they would think politics.
Right,
sure.
like Capitol
government,
Hill, government
stuff.
Right, so I would say DMV is on the come up when it comes to fashion.
Yeah, so that's why I would say it's a good place to definitely be in at this moment.
Because in LA you have to really have some sort of like background experience in order to get for people to like believe in you. So did your modeling lifestyle was it like birthed in the DMV or did it start in LA and you just kind of like continued
definitely it did start in the DMV.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why. It did. When I was in LA, you know, I was in high school and stuff. To be honest, I had like a major glow up. So like throughout high school, I didn't think I was the best looking and stuff. I was more focused on, you know, I was a big nerd, not believe it or not.
Me too.
And and more of like athletic person.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't too focused on like looking good or anything. Wasn't really like dressing to look good.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. My mom pretty much dressed me all the way throughout.
Wow, yeah.
Like my secondary school.
Yeah, you're like, whatever, mom. Whatever you say.
Yeah.
Good man.
Tiger mom, right?
Smart
there.
guy.
But yeah, when I
Shout
got
out to the
out,
moms out there for keeping us
Yep, the
all
moms.
stylish, you know?
Yeah.
When your mom wants you to be stylish, it's a good mom.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, keep.
Yeah, but yeah, that's when I got into DC, and as I got older, that's when I started, having that own sense of style, fashion, dressing myself, buying stuff. That's when I really got into this whole like buying clothes for myself, and
Okay.
that's why I kind of started like literally just spending all my money on clothes and stuff, because I was like, damn, like I'm earning money for myself, and now I could like wear whatever I want.
Reinvesting.
Like, might as well just buy what I want.
Yeah, I mean,
what
if you're
I
getting paid to be a model, you should model clothes that you're
Yeah.
proud to wear.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. Cool. Okay. Damn. Is there any questions that you that I haven't asked you that you are running through your mind?
Maybe like what I see for my future.
Absolutely.
My dreams, my aspirations.
Do you believe in the 5-year plan, or are you the kind of person who's like, what do you planning to do soon?
Nah, I wouldn't say so. Definitely, you want to have like a long term goal in mind.
So what's your? We're gonna start here. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get myself one more drink. The Doritos are so good that I'm like thirsty now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a fire ass combination, White Claw.
Yeah.
And Doritos.
Yeah.
I'm only saying that because you kind of said that you drink White Claw, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna get White Claw.
Uh-huh.
All right, so to end it, we're gonna start with the easy question and then a hard question.
Shoot.
Okay.
Mhm.
So the easy question is, what do you hope happens with the success that you're planning for?
Wealth, definitely. Money is definitely something like people might never talk about it, but I would say money is a big motivation for any job. You basically can't really survive with money in this world, even though it's definitely something material. But you gotta have some kind of money from doing what you do to be able to survive right now, right? But of course, especially with my modeling thing, I'm hoping to take it bigger and be able to eventually even walk in the international ones like Paris or Milan, right?
Okay.
And also hopefully being signed to some kind of agency in New York. It's funny because I'm potentially pretty sure I'll be attending the what agency was it that's casting next? Wilhelmina. They're having a NYC casting next week, and we're carpooling with some of the male models heading down there next week. No, yeah. Okay. I think it's the 12th or no. It's the day before Indy actually.
Oh shit.
The 15th or the 14th.
Yeah, because you're carpooling in New York.
Yeah. That'd be one hell of a ride. Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, better than buying like $80 tickets.
Yeah, unless the driver falls asleep.
Yeah. But
or like you get stuck on the road with a flat tire.
But that's definitely what I see doing. Because I do really see my big potential for me, modeling, and a lot of like fellow models have said that too. They were like, "Oh, don't forget us when you get famous." So yeah, that's what I see, kind of like the soon to be stuff I hope to happen. But yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, is there anything that you are excited about coming up soon?
Yeah, that definitely the shows that I have coming up soon. The indie one's the closest one coming up.
2 weeks from now, roughly.
And then I did a recent casting for what used to be called DMV Fashion Week. It's like another like fashion week thing in the DMV. And now it's called Capital Fashion Week. So waiting to hear back from that one.
That was like a few days ago, right?
Yeah. And then got some other shows coming up. I'm doing the Wrong Way for a Cure show too.
Oh, cool.
So just got that notification. A couple more like charity galas. There's one called We Model USA Gala at the National Harbor. So yeah, just waiting on these shows. But Yeah, just seeing where life takes me. Like I said, I'm a spontaneous person living day to day. So just see what the day has for me, you know,
Hell yeah.
and just trying to make new friends.
Amen to that. I like that, man. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me for season 4.
Your camera.
Episode. Oh,
that was fast.
This one, it might be just full in general. Card full. Oh, okay. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me for season 4, episode 2, with my good friend Johnny here. You can barely see him. There we go. All right, cool. That's a hell of an intro. Johnny, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Taylor.
And hopefully see you another episode soon.
Yes,
maybe should we give a shout out to the DMs, the male models?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what do you call it? A group chat.
The male models group chat.
A group. The shout out to the male model group chat.
Out there?
I don't even know whatever. But yeah, shout out to the the group chat. Shout out to the homies in the group chat.
Yeah, shout out to everyone, all everyone that
Shout out to all the mother supporting.
The pretty ones.
All those pretty mother. All those pretty mother. All right, cool. All right, bet. See you guys next episode. Love you. Bye. Woo.